Good morning, afternoon, evening to everyone. Welcome to today's webinar where we will be driving into the inspiring journey of Hooman Design and their transformative partnership with Cloudways. I am Danish, Community Manager at Cloudways, host for today's session, and I am thrilled to have you all here. I am excited to be joined by Eeman Bulotano, the CEO of Hooman Design Agency. Welcome to the show, Eeman.
Hi, Danish. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone.
Thank you. Without a further ado, Eamon, could you please provide our audience with a brief overview of your business, like what inspired you to start the Human Design? What does your business offer, and who are your target customers? This will help our viewers to understand the context of the discussion and what type of business we are spotlighting that relies on Cloudways for its hosting solution. So the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Danish. So more or less, I'm from Hooman Design. So Hooman Design is a digital transformation agency here in the Philippines. So knowing the Philippines, we're a relatively small country, who's in the midst of really um, elevating many different businesses here through digital transformation, and that's what we aim to do. We aim to provide human-centric digital transformation to small and medium enterprises here in the Philippines. Digital transformation ranges from projects as simple and as basic as web design, digital marketing, to even complex ones like ERP, learning management systems, and of course, with the recent partnership with Cloudways, cloud management services. So essentially, that's what we try to do. We try to make all of these things that usually need to be in the enterprise level become more affordable and accessible to all sorts of businesses here in the Philippines.
Cool. So as an agency owner, what are some of the challenges that you face when you're starting your business, and how did you manage to overcome your challenges? Any strategy or plan you would like to share with us that may help to our audience and for the agency owners that who are looking to start their business, who are looking to start their agencies as well.
Right. So more or less, I think going back to our intention of making digital transformation affordable and accessible, we needed to make sure that our processes and workflows are really as efficient as it can be. We needed to make sure that we're always lean and agile, and that's of course very challenging endeavor for any business. So we needed to make sure that we are focusing on the at the right things at the right time, to ensure that all of these things that we're offering are really in a sort of package that can be availed by any business here in the Philippines. And of course, one of the main things that we wanted to focus on very early on, when we were still starting the, and just to share with everyone, I guess, to have a bit more context on how we started. The founders, me and other founders of the agency, are not really rich people. Like we didn't our funding didn't really came from our family's money. More or less, this all came from hard work. And of course, when we were starting, we didn't really go full time and managing a company. We had to work other jobs as well. So moonlighting stuff. I know a lot of entrepreneurs could relate to that. Hopefully, but more or less. That being said, while we were still doing other jobs as we are establishing this agency with this clear vision of what we want it to be, we needed to make sure that we are using the right tools. We are establishing or engaging proper partners that would help us bring ourselves closer to our objectives or our mission. And I think that's one of the one of the main challenges and struggles we had, really making efforts on finding the right partners to bring us to our mission. Mhm.
Really inspiring for us. And so moving fast forward for today, like how has human design evolved since its inception, and what role does Cloudways play in supporting your growth and your success in your business?
Right. Thanks for that. So, Hooman actually started around 2019, just a few months before the pandemic. So, if you can imagine, halfway through 2019, you were talking about, hey guys, what if we establish a company where we can do projects that we actually like? We can help the people that we actually want to help, and just share with everyone another thing we really wanted to commit here is our dedication to education. 20% of our net profit is actually dedicated to a program that aims to support nonprofit education. But of course, especially during the early stages of the company, those are just those are just words. Those are just intentions. And those don't really mean anything until proper actions were done. So since 2019 up to this year, I think it's our fourth year now. So we're really proud of the effort that we poured into this agency. We have actually already deployed more than 240 projects from with many different companies all over the world. And I think and a big part of that quote unquote success, or I think a more proper description would be progress. I'm more comfortable with that. I think a big part of that is really cloud computing. So a lot of my colleagues, my friends even, would really say that over the past decade, that's all I ever talk about. I'm a huge advocate of cloud computing. In the early days, 2010s, 2012, people don't even want to consider cloud computing as a valid solution for digital stuff. Um, Cloud computing, digital transformation, and those are things I really wanted to be a part of, and making all most, if not all, of the solutions we offer cloud based really allowed us to make sure that everything's always affordable and accessible, and that's where you kind of see how we really wanted to make sure we're finding the right partners, because cloud management, as we all know, I think especially the people who are watching right now would know, cloud management, it's not an easy, even and especially back in the day. Right now, this is what I keep telling the younger tech people who's taking these specialized courses these days. Back in the day, there's just one course. There's just, let's say, CS or IT, and people expect us to know everything end to end. They expect us to know how to code a website, how to configure a server, how to establish proper network connections, network security, everything, and of course, back then it was, especially when I was younger, it was really a fun thing to study all of those things, but it's really time consuming, but of course I enjoyed that part of the journey, but I really understood how essential it is to have a partner that can do all of those things that are really important. But you can't really pour all your time there, because I could be focusing my attention and effort to designing the actual experiences. So we've tried a lot of different services. Of course, I won't mention what we've already tried, but then we met Cloudways. And then from there, it really showed me. Uh, so the journey was like, before we directly coordinated with the top three. I mean, we know the top three cloud providers, Azure, Google, and Amazon AWS. So usually it's there depends on requirements of the customers. And then, but there are just some customers, especially those who just need some small websites. They can't really afford to go directly to those main cloud providers. They need a scaled solution, and we all know there are a lot of hosting solutions available in the market, but it, it's really not as I guess not as sustainable as you would expect them to be. And then comes this platform, Cloudways, that offers a way for me to still use the main the top providers like Google, GCP, AWS, but still give me the option to have a scaled solution. And that's also on not just on a tech person perspective, on a business owner perspective. I really want to know how much I'm spending on each of these cloud providers. I want to consolidate all of my spending, how I'm spending per account that I have. And with Cloudways, when I saw the website, like, oh, I didn't know these kinds of things actually exist. That really triggered me. I think we met you back in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we met you transitioning 2021 to 2022, and that time I think it just took me like 2 weeks to make a sweeping decision and tell my team, guys, we're gonna migrate everything to Cloudways, and that's the journey of us in 2022. We wanted to transition all of the websites we're hosting for our clients, learning management systems from different providers to Cloudways. And right now, I think more than 95% of our active projects are already in Cloudways, and all the new projects, of course, are already catered there. And that allowed me to really to focus on the right things because I didn't need to. I didn't. This is really funny for me. Sorry. I didn't. I don't need to open SSH so much anymore and configure stuff that doesn't really need configuration these days. Would you imagine? I think at this point, especially for people my age, you would think a lot of things should just be with nice UI and stuff. But when you're dealing with cloud, there's still a lot of SSH things you need to do. So with Cloudways, of course, we can't really skip that because that's part of the job. We still need to do that from time to time. So Cloudways also allowed us to have that that depth of access to the servers, but still the essential stuff they already do for us, like security and performance. That's definitely one of those are the main things that Cloudways allows us to skip the process. You guys do it for us along, and of course with the beautiful support. So I think that's how the journey has been. Like definitely cloud human is cloud focused, and finding a right partner for that allowed us to get to this year. We're really focusing more on growing this portfolio that we have. Right.
That's really like inspiring. Like that's the magic of managed hosting. Like you don't need to get your hands dirty in the server technicalities. You just need to focus on your business to let's drive success for you. The number you quoted, the deployed project was huge, and I assume like the human design is also looking for some great and successful projects in the future as well. So can you share some of the projects that you are very proud of? Any of the project you can share with our audience?
Mhm. Right, sure. I think just to be a bit different, I'm sure a lot of these case studies have already shared their web development projects. Of course, we do that. We host it with Cloudways. But I think what my favorite ones are the deep integrated ones. So as mentioned earlier, we're not just a web development agency. We're a digital transformation agency, so it covers end to end, from stuff as basic as web development to stuff as complex as business management solutions or learning management systems. And with Cloudways, my favorite deployments were those projects where we help, let's say, where we help review centers like Gilisanya Review Center or schools like Arellano Law here in the Philippines to deploy solutions that are really custom built for them. So, for example, for both of them, what we actually did was build a learning management system for them that's integrated with the website because both of them need a solution for online enrollment. So definitely they need an e-commerce website for that where people can buy courses. And then that website is integrated to a learning management system that facilitates the learning. So Cloudways allowed us to do those things very easily, more or less. Both the platforms can be hosted either separate or the same machines, and that's also one of my favorite things about Cloudways. You can actually install multiple applications in one machine. That's gonna give you a lot of savings. But essentially, if you're asking me what a successful project looks like, for me, that's how I picture an account development is for a digital transformation agency. It doesn't stop with just deploying a nice website. It doesn't stop by just delivering the requirement. It continues to grow because as we all know, digital transformation is a journey for the client. So we want to be a part of that, whether it starts with the website, digital marketing, and a learning management system, ERP applications. So Cloudways allowed us to kickstart those kinds of journey more efficiently.
Great. So, Iman, any suggestion or teaching that you can share with the young entrepreneurs or those who are looking their careers and forming the agencies or small businesses? Any suggestion, any teaching that you learned from your business, from your experience that you want to share?
Right. Yeah, of course. I think given Human is my first venture and entrepreneurship, and it's still pretty early for me to like just giving tips to people because we're still a long way ahead of calling this a really successful journey. But what I can say, if you're gonna ask me, what's something I I I should do if ever I start a business. Really finding the right partners, whether it's gonna be your co-founders or your suppliers. It's really being able to articulate your objectives properly to these partners to make sure that you're in the same page and you're pushing through a journey of mutual growth and whatever the objective is, whatever the mission is, I think that's gonna help you. That's gonna help anyone move forward.
Great. Thank you so much, Eamon, for your time for today. As we conclude today's webinar, it's clear that the partnership between Hooman Design and Cloudways has not only transformed their hosting experience, but also empowered them to make a meaningful impact in their community. We hope you found this journey as inspiring as we did. So before we wrap up, we'll open the floor to any questions you may have. Feel free to comment down below and share your thoughts or inquire about anything discussed during today's session. Thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you in the next webinar or in the next session. Until then, uh, take care and inspired. And once again, thanks to Eman and Human Design to choose the Cloudways and to share his business journey with us and to inspire other as well, those who are looking to make their agencies a good one and their career in the digital digital agencies. Thank you so much, Eeman, for your time.
Thanks as well, Danish. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.